Arnott with the shot and a goal.
What? His receiver on the end.
Canty out in front. McLeod puts it home.
Brampton FC. Goal!
Welcome to Rogers TV. You're watching our news show. I am, maybe you recognize his face from the OHL Punjabi. First name is Binder Singh, and I'm extremely proud today that Rogers TV and the producers here have given me an opportunity to highlight the talent in the South Asian community and also to make a bridge into the Canadian diaspora. We're Canadian, I'm Canadian, I'm a hockey guy, but my first guest today for the launch of this show is with somebody who's probably the most passionate sportsman. He is a media guy, but he's probably more passionate than myself, and his name is Yudhvir Jaiswal from I don't know where to start with you. It's South Asian Pulse. It's midweek news, radio, TV. There's 360, another show you do, an entertainment show.
Right.
But why he's really here today is because he is the president of CPC Cricket.
Thank you very much, Binder. Thanks for having me, and I wish you all the best, and also hope that South Asian sports is going to do really well.
Actually, I'm not worried about it doing well because I have people like you in my life, and you're actually one of the reasons why I'm here.
Thank you.
You know, even though we're probably the same age.
Right.
For the people, Yudhvir Jaiswal is the go-to man in all of Canada, I think, now for cricket.
Thank you.
If CBC needs him, it's Yudhvir Jaiswal. So, for somebody who started off 10 years ago as a new immigrant to Canada, how did this journey come along that you are the president of such a big organization? From the grassroots level, you have, I think, a couple of thousand people playing, and the sponsorship deals that you've brought into this game, and your radio program is the hottest thing on radio right now.
Yeah, Binder, thank you very much. You see, the only thing that I found was there was a vacuum. We'll start with the cricket thing.
Right.
In India, what happens is if you have to get to the Indian cricket team, you have to play on a district team. That is, you could be starting from Jalandhar or any other city.
Right, right.
Then you start for the provincial team, that is Punjab. That is Ranji Trophy matches.
Right, okay.
After the Ranji Trophy matches, then you get into the Deodhar Trophy. That is the zonal matches.
Right.
You play for the North Zone, Deodhar Trophy. Then you enter into the Challenger Trophy, in which you have 3 different teams: India A, India B, India C, India Red,
right,
Blue or Green, whatever you can call them. After that Challenger Trophy, then you basically get into the Indian team. You might bypass one or the other stage. But what I saw here happening in Canada, that you are playing for any ABC cricket club,
right,
and then after playing for ABC cricket club in a league, you are picked directly for the Canadian national team.
Right.
And then what happens is that after playing for ABC, you don't have the kind of experience, the kind of exposure that is needed to go to the next level.
Right.
So this is where I proposed to Cricket Canada that we should have the city teams, and then we should have more of the provincial tournaments. From there, we should be picking up the provincial teams.
Right.
And from the provincial teams, you should be picking up the Canadian team. Not directly from any league or from any of the teams like ABC Cricket Club, XYZ Cricket
Right,
Club.
right,
No,
right.
you shouldn't be doing that.
Okay.
That was basically the reason that we set it up. CPC, we have Brampton Lions, Toronto Warriors, Mississauga Superstars, Markham Gladiators, Scarborough Riders. So we basically set up the city teams competing against each other, high quality cricketers competing against each other.
The key word is high quality.
Yeah.
Where is this talent pool coming from? Are these previous players from their native countries, or are they Canadian-born kids that you guys have introduced them to the world of cricket?
Actually, it's a mix of both. Like right now, Toronto Warriors, it's an all under 24 team. They're all, Toronto Warriors is a team which is all born and brought up here in Canada.
Right.
They've been introduced to the game of cricket here in Canada, and most of them don't even talk in Punjabi or Hindi.
Wow.
Actually, they started learning now Punjabi and Hindi as well.
Right.
So they talk mostly in English. And then we also have like Scarborough Riders and other teams which the players were playing in their home countries.
Your coaches, certifications or backgrounds, are you bringing in coaches from many parts of the world, or do you find that there's talented individuals here that are training these youth? Or
There are many talented individuals over here, but what was happening is that they were not being recognized.
Right.
They had no option but to do any kind of job, whatever was available for them. So we brought them out of those jobs, like Mr. Manav Sharma. He is an NIS coach.
Right.
He had no option but to drive a truck.
Yeah.
So what happened that we brought him out of that job, and now he's a full-time coach with CPC.
Very good.
And similarly, like him, we are bringing in more and more coaches who've been at a very senior positions in India or in Pakistan. So we're bringing them on board so that they are able to help these kids.
In the grassroots level, cricket is the fastest growing sport in Canada. And also from my research and from the International Cricket Body, that it's the fastest growing sport in North America. Why do you think it's growing so fast? I mean, there was a time when I'd be driving around in the streets and I'd see a hockey net or a basketball hoop or somewhere. And now I see on the street in certain areas, and not just the west end of the city, but all parts of Ontario, there's people with cricket bats.
You see, a sport is always followed when the country does well.
Right.
Now, what happens is, why ice hockey is more popular in Canada? Because the country is doing well.
Right.
In the mainstream, cricket is not as much popular for a reason that the Canadian as a country is not doing well. But what has happened is that we have many immigrants from the South Asian region.
Right.
Over there, India is the world champion right now.
Right.
They've been the 2020 champions. Pakistan has a very good team. Sri Lanka, they reached the semi-finals both the times, though they were defeated in the semi-finals, but they reached the finals of the World Cup. They have a very good team. Bangladesh is picking up very fast. Afghanistan is developing a team very quickly. So what is happening is that all those immigrants coming from these countries, either they have been playing cricket or their parents have been following the sport very closely because the country has been doing very well. So that is precisely the reason that now the sport has started generating interest, and a lot of players have started following this sport. Second important point is that in recent times, a lot of TV coverage is being done. You see, now you can watch all the matches live over here. If I would have gone 20 years back, not much live cricket was available over here. But now a lot of live cricket, every single match, any international match, whether it's Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka, whether it's India versus Australia, India versus South Africa versus England, the Ashes, Australia and England, they're all live here. And more importantly, Binder, even Rogers has signed a 4-year deal for the IPL now.
Yes,
so this
I
year,
know about that.
Rogers showed IPL and they'll be showing IPL for the next 3 years. So what I have seen is a lot of interest generated, and also I try to cover it as much as we can on our media as well.
I know.
So we try to support
You've done a fabulous job. You're the reason why the South Asian community went crazy in Brampton and Mississauga. Banquet halls, restaurants, the people were dancing on the street. It's like the Maple Leafs won the Stanley Cup or something like that. Like it's unbelievable, and that's hats off to you. Lots of credit. I mean, on your radio show, you probably get how many calls for cricket do you get a day?
I think every day I get at least 20. Thursdays is the cricket day, and on Thursdays I would assume at least a minimum of 100 calls on Thursdays.
Right. Yeah. I will get to the Canadian branding of this sport after the break, but I want to very quickly. It's a tough question. I know that there's a CPC and there's a Cricket Canada. And quickly, can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, Cricket Canada is the official governing body of Canada. They are recognized by ICC to send the teams overseas and play the international matches. CPC is an organization which is again an affiliated organization with Ontario Cricket Association, and I'm the president of CPC. And CPC stands for Canadian Professional Cricket. So we've created city teams over here, as I was explaining previously. And under CPC, we're glad to announce that this year we have Ottawa has also joined in, Ottawa Royals. They saw that this is the 4th annual CPC Intercity Cricket Cup, which started last weekend on the long weekend, 1st of July. And also, to spice up the things, we have 2 teams, although the players are from here in Canada. We have Lahore Express. We have Chandigarh Tigers, and we also have Delhi Indians.
Yeah, so you brought South Asian here.
Yeah, we brought that, just to spice up the things so that people are more interested. And also, the current champions are Brampton Lions. And they were the champions for the last year, so they'll still remain the champions. champions until this league carries on.
Okay.
And last year we had the Scarborough Riders, and they were the champions.
Okay. We'll get back right after this short break. I'm still getting used to this. Then we'll cover up what Canada is for cricket now.
Sure.
After a quick little break, and we'll be back on Rogers TV, South Asian Sport. Thank you.
Arnott with the shot and a goal. What? Finds his receiver on the end.
Canty out in front. McLeod puts it home.
Brampton FC goal.
Welcome back, Rogers TV, South Asian Sports. Binder Singh and my wonderful guest today, Yudhvir Jaiswal. Now we're going to get to after the World Cup. The world was aflamed. I mean, I think it was the second most watched sporting function after the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah.
You came out with a slogan.
Right.
And I think it was India wins, Canada awakens.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that mean for Canada? What does that mean for the Peel region? Or what does that really mean for Yudhvir Jaiswal as an individual?
Yeah, I got a lot of questions when I said India wins, Canada awakens. This was after India winning the Cricket World Cup. The reason for that is even the Liberal leader Michael Ignatieff, I mean, he was a leader at that time when India won it. So he did send us a message and he was asking, he was curious to know that what does this mean? And I got a call from him, Yudhvir, I was quite surprised, Michael Ignatieff, and he said, what's this? India wins, Canada awakens. So I also explained to him. And then he told me that even I played cricket. Michael Ignatieff, he said, I played cricket. I used to do the wicket keeping, and I wasn't the best of the batsmen, but I could play with a straight bat. Coming back onto this particular slogan, Binder, it really hurts me to see this, that yes, Canada has been participating in the World Cup since last 40 years. In 1979, when Canada and India both participated in the World Cup, the teams weren't any different. I mean, you couldn't pick on any team which is better. But what happened? Even Sri Lanka participated for the first time in 1979.
Right.
India already won their World Cup in '83. They won their World Cup once again in 2011. Sri Lanka took away the honors in 1996.
Yes.
Sri Lanka were once again the finalist in 2007, and they were also the finalist this year. So my question was that India wins, Canada awakens. So I am trying to give the slogan that yes, now Canada has awakened, that India has won the World Cup. If India can do that, we've been participating in the World Cup for 40 years, why can't we do that? We have such a good talent, we have such good resources, we should also be trying to win this World Cup, or else we'll be just going, participating in the World Cup and coming back. As of now, we do not have any plan for 2015 World Cup. We do not have any plan for 2019 World Cup, and more importantly, World Cup is not only for 50 overs. I like to make a very quick point here.
Yeah.
There is a 2020 World Cup also.
Right.
So Canada would be playing the qualifiers in January, and the World Cup will be held in February. No plans as of now. So it really hurts me that yes, what's going on? We do not have a captain as of now in place. We do not have a coach in place. Nothing is in place, and we are again going to play a World Cup in 2012 February.
Okay, so because I like to get on that point right there.
Yeah.
It's all. What is the stumbling block? Why are we facing that when this is the biggest game? The fastest growing game in the worldwide level. And if Canada, with the changing demographics, the governments of every, say, level, all the 3 levels of government, they've expressed interest. So where is the structural problem right now?
It's the management at the top. You see, when we on CPC can bring corporate sponsors, we just signed a deal with American Express. American Express has come on board as a corporate sponsor for CPC Intercity Cricket Cup. Recently, we had RBC supporting Ontario Cricket Association.
Yes.
The top cricketing body, Cricket Canada, who sends teams all over the world for international matches, they cannot bring corporate sponsors. I'm surprised to see that. And then more importantly, they do not have a plan for anything. The people at the top who are managing cricket in Canada, they shouldn't even be allowed watching cricket, let alone managing the cricket.
Right.
So their term has been disastrous. The management at the top right now, we've lost our corporate sponsor, Scotiabank. There have been all kinds of allegations of fraud.
Okay. I'll cut you off there because the other side is not here, or the other organization. So I like to be very fair. But so where does CPC, where you are the president now, where is the future? What guidelines or what agendas or what avenues are you exploring to create the best Canadian athletes?
You see, we've been very fortunate. First of all, we've got a very good response for CPC. We've got the best of the players joining the CPC, the cream of the crop, you could call them. They've been joining CPC. I've been fortunate enough that because of my media platform, I used my media platform to support the sponsors. And the sponsors came on board very, very quickly. I didn't have any difficulty in getting the sponsors for all these teams. And also, I'm glad to announce that I've already said that to you, that we've got American Express. This is the first corporate sponsor which has joined on board. They saw the value in this tournament, and the future that I see, I think we've prepared enough of cricketers already. We did play 4 games with the Canadian national team, and CPC has defeated Canadian national team all the 4 times. Now what we see is that we need to build more and more cricketers, and from here on, what I want to see is, in Canada, one of the major problems is that the game is played on amateur level. Cricket is played only on weekends. You cannot play cricket on weekends and go and compete with the likes of Sachin Tendulkar and Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
No, you can't.
You cannot compete against Australia. You cannot compete against South Africa. You cannot compete against England if you do not pay them the money. So our next immediate step is, with the help of the sponsors, next year we'll start with scholarships. Then we want to offer central contracts to players. That will be our next step after that. After scholarship, central contracts to players, so that they make this as a profession. They are involved in this full time. Because when you want to compete with players at international level, you have to have the mental ability, you have to have the experience, you have to have the physical fitness. The game will come later on.
Yeah, you have to be a 24-hour player. I understand fully. And that's why I asked you the future.
CPC.
And because I know that you also were part of helping RBC launch Wasim Akram and Sunil Joshi, and it was a big success in the Peel region. Well, not just Peel region, the GTA. But now, with your media and with also your cricket background, do you see that CPC is the starting block in Peel region and then growing Canada wide?
Yes, we are fortunate that this year Ottawa Royals, they saw the value in the CPC. Ottawa Valley Cricket Association, they decided that we are also going to put up a team in CPC because they now realize that if you don't compete in CPC, then you can't claim that you're the best of the teams. So this year from GTA, it has started expanding. Ottawa Valley Cricket Association has joined in. Southern Ontario Cricket Association, SOCA, they have put in a team from Waterloo. So the next step would be in the coming years, yes. The cities mainly are now from Ontario, maybe as far as Ottawa. But the next step would be we'll have including Montreal. So we'll have Quebec on board. And after that, we'll be including cities from British Columbia and Alberta.
Okay, I know we were running out of time, but I have to ask this question. I remember years ago, India and Pakistan played in Toronto. Do you think that with your presence right now, or your involvement, or even if a system can be delivered, that we can have the world-class cricketers come to play in Canada again? I know that the municipal levels, Brampton, I know that are working on a proper cricket pitch because they see the growth of the game, or whatever. Do you think that the foreign, the powerhouses will ever come?
If we remove the stumbling blocks, which are too many, I'll have to be, I want to sound realistic. You know, on a realistic picture, I don't see that happening at least for 4 or 5 years. Because the window for a bilateral series between India and Pakistan on the FTP, Future Tour programs, there is no window before 2013, first of all. There is no window at all. Second important point is that Canada does not have the infrastructure. We had the infrastructure in 1996, but we didn't maintain it. We are far behind now in infrastructure that we had in 1996 when we had the Sahara series. Now, there is a lot better structure in the Middle East. And more importantly, as the relations between India and Pakistan are improving, they might want to have the bilateral series either in India or in Pakistan. So I don't see that happening anytime soon.
What about any other country? The West Indies, the Englands, the New Zealands, the Australias. Do you think they could ever come here and play as a show match? We're professional soccer now. You see Juventus comes and does a show match at Rogers or Manchester United. Do you think that will ever evolve here?
Yes, that certainly is a possibility that we could bring West Indian cricket team. West Indies has already visited us, Pakistan visited us, Sri Lanka visited us. But after 2008, this happened in 2008. But what happened after that is that we do not have the kind of infrastructure. We didn't maintain our infrastructure. We do not have many international grounds over here. We lost the 2012 World Cup, Under-19 World Cup.
Wow.
We just gave the ICC back this hosting of this World Cup. We said, no, we cannot host that. So I think, yes, we need a strong leadership. If there is a strong leadership, anything is possible. We can create a world-class team. We can create a world-class infrastructure. We can have a world-class sponsors. And I have no hesitation in saying that if the management is willing to do that. Is there a will to do that? If yes, we can certainly achieve that.
Very good. Do you think the federal government is taking a look at this now?
The federal government, no, I don't think so. They are too much concerned about this sport. You see, what I'm trying to tell you once again over here is you have to be strong. The sports body has to be strong enough. They have to demonstrate certain leadership skills. Right. They have to show that, yes, this sport is reaching certain level. Then the federal government will come. Then the provincial government will come. We haven't got a provincial funding, I think, for the last 5 or 6 years now.
Well, we'll be back on South Asian Sports right after another brief break, and we'll be back and concluding.
Back with the shot and a goal. What? His receiver on the end.
Canty out in front. Matt McLeod puts it home.
Brampton FC goal.
Welcome back, Mr. Jaswal. Last question for the night. CPC, to join it, to become a player, to become a manager, coach, or just to get involved as a volunteer, where do they come? Who do they contact? And how does the process work?
The best way to get in touch with us if you want to have any information about CPC or joining the cricket, we certainly need a lot of volunteers, and if you are a good cricket coach, because that is one thing that I've seen, there is no dearth of talent. There's a lot of talent here, whether it's coaching, whether it's playing cricket, but yes, certainly we need to have the connectivity. So the best way is southasiandaily.com. If you can log on to our website, southasiandaily.com, and from there on you can just send us an email. We have all the contacts there. You can send us a feedback, or you can just go on the contact button and send us an email. Send us the details about yourself, that what do you play, whether you are a right arm batsman, left arm bowler, or what kind of bowler batsman. Have you played cricket before or not? It doesn't really matter. Even if you haven't played cricket, you can still send us your feedback. And also, even we have a CPC Cricket Academy.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, there we train kids as young. The starting age is 6. So if you have a kid who is 6 years old, we start from 6, then 6 to 13. That's under 13 team. Then we have an under 15 team, and then under 19 team.
Is it just boys only?
No, even girls play cricket. We train girls as well.
Is there a future for girls in cricket?
Yes, certainly there is.
I'm very big on this. I mean, with the South Asian community, I think the females need to get out more and to get involved in the sport, because it's just a wonderful game.
Yeah. I think, yes, there is a lot of future in the cricket. Right now we have the Ontario women's team, we have the Canadian national team, and I think they need a lot of good players. I think the girls have a better chance. You see, in India, everybody used to say this, out of a billion population, only 11 players get a chance, though now they have IPL and they have different test teams and 2010 teams. But here in Canada, this is a very good opportunity for all the young kids who are listening to the program. I'm telling you that this is an international stage. That has one point that I've always been discussing, that this is your opportunity to shine at the international stage. Now, Canada is going to participate in the 2020 World Cup in February.
Yes.
More than 200 countries are going to watch the matches. You are competing against India, Australia, Pakistan, South Africa, England. So that is your chance to shine at an international stage. So I'll once again repeat our website if anybody wants to contact us, www.southasiandaily.com. southasiandaily.com, that's our website. You can log on our website, you can send us your information, and we'll get in touch with you, and we can take it from there.
It was a pleasure. Mr. Jaswal, first guest, I'm very honored again. You're somebody special and somebody who's done a lot. I mean, you should be a citizen of this country one day at a very high level, because I mean, what you have done in the last 10 years, it's unthinkable. And I'm not just buttering you up. I'm everybody knows I'm a very direct individual. But I like to thank you again, and it was an honor. And I keep up the good work. And again, tell them where CPC Cricket and South Asian.
South Asian Pulse radio show.
Yes.
We publish our newspaper, midweek newspaper. You can pick the copies from anywhere in GTA, midweek newspaper. South Asian Pulse, that's our radio program. And also you can log on to www.southasiandaily.com for more details. Binder, I really thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. You're doing an amazing job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, my good man. You were watching South Asian Sports TV. This was our first show. I know I was a little rough today, but I had the expertise of Yudhvir Jaswal. Please support CPC Cricket and Cricket in Canada, and we'll see you next week on South Asian Sports, Rogers TV.